Have you ever felt like you're living a life you didn't want? Waking up, working, getting stressed, trying to keep your head up, but deep down you feel stuck. That something's wrong, but you don't know what. And worse, it seems like the more you try to change, the more things stay the same. I know what it's like. There are people who've been stuck like this for years, just waiting for life to get better on its own. But what if I told you there's a simple, almost invisible way to plant a new path inside your mind even before you fall asleep? And not just plant it in your mind, but there's a way to materialize it in your real life too. And it all starts with 2 words, just 2. It may sound silly, but it's real. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to use it the right way and why it might be the key you've never tried. But first, I just want to remind you to check if you're already subscribed to the channel. This video, this message, and this channel didn't come to you by chance. There's a reason why everything aligned for you to watch this video today. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because the upcoming videos will continuously improve your mindset, your frequency, and your entire life. Oh, and here's a tip. Turn on the notification bell when you subscribe, so you'll be the first to know when we release new videos and meditations. Very soon, you'll be a prosperous, healthy, happy, and loved person living all your dreams. But I'm going to warn you right now, what you're about to see today might scare you. Because even though it seems simple, it's something so powerful that it can unsettle both the unaware and even the most experienced. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe there's something very powerful inside you, something no one ever told you, but that could change everything? Now imagine this, 2 little words, just 2, being whispered softly, like a secret between you and the universe. And those words start to change your life. Sounds like something out of a movie, right? But did you know there's a loophole in our mind that lets us access the unimaginable? You know that moment when everything goes quiet? When you're just about to fall asleep, your head resting on the pillow, and your mind begins to disconnect from the world? That's the moment when you can use those little words to transform your life. It feels like magic, but this is completely real. However, before I go on explaining more about it, I need to warn you about something. I know you're here because you want to transform your life for the better, and I also know that this video didn't reach you by accident. But I have to alert you that all people in our mind share a different vibration. And when we try to attract prosperity, wealth, love, happiness, health, or all the good things in life, if our frequency is off, nothing will work. That's why today I decided to leave a link in the description of this video for you to access a free frequency test so you can find out what frequency you're vibrating on today. If you're listening to me, go check the video description and click the link I left there. Because to be honest, I don't know how long this test will still be available. Well, now I imagine you've already gone through the frequency test, right? So continuing, in today's video here on the Manifestation Code, I want to invite you to set your doubts aside a little. Forget for a moment that thought of, this doesn't work for me, and make room for a new idea. There's nothing complicated here. No difficult techniques, no crazy rituals. What you're about to discover is simple. So simple, it's scary. What we're going to talk about is a code hidden inside every person. A code that speaks the same language as the universe. And the most curious part, it can be activated with just 2 words. Some people call it a ritual, but the truth is, it doesn't even require effort. It doesn't demand concentration. You don't need to repeat long phrases or visualize scenes in your mind. Just 2 words. That's it. And these words, when said at the right moment, act like seeds. You plant them inside your mind, and if you take proper care, they grow. They grow in the form of ideas, opportunities, money, freedom, all those things that seem so far away but may be closer than you think. The mind is like a garden, and those 2 little words are the right seeds. But there's something important you need to understand. The subconscious is not an ordinary machine. It stores everything: fears, memories, feelings, dreams, all mixed up inside. That's why dealing with it requires a gentle touch, not force. Repeating words is just one part of the process. But when you understand how this works, that's when real change begins. The idea that it's possible to change what's stored deep in our minds is nothing new. Many people have been talking about this for centuries through meditation, prayer, habits passed down from generation to generation. All of this shows one thing. Yes, it is possible to change the way we think, but it doesn't happen with just one phrase or a positive thought. The mind is not a simple thing. It's full of layers, like a giant puzzle. Think of your body. To stay well, it's not enough to just eat. It also needs rest, exercise, affection. With the mind, it's the same. You can't just repeat a word and expect magic to happen. If you've ever felt that it was possible to change your mind and your subconscious to become a better and more prosperous person, type "I always believed" in the comments right now, so I can know how many of you had the hope that this was real. And congratulations, you're on the right path, and today your transformation begins. And now comes what many people have been waiting for, the 2 words. Those simple words that are part of the ritual we're exploring here on the Manifestation Code. The words are wealth and success. It might seem silly at first, but hold on. Maybe you think these words are just words, but they carry a strong emotional and symbolic weight. When you say wealth, you're not just talking about money, you're talking about abundance. It can be money, of course, but it can also be peace, health, free time, energy, ideas, everything that makes you feel like you have more than enough. And when you say success, it's not just about fame or awards either. Success can mean feeling fulfilled. It can mean waking up happy. It can mean knowing you're on the right path. It's different for everyone, and that's okay. Now, just knowing these words isn't enough. There's a right way to use them, and it's right before you go to sleep. You know why? Because when you're just about to fall asleep, your conscious mind starts to quiet down. And the deepest part of your mind, the subconscious, becomes more open. It's like you're delivering a direct message into yourself. And then, if every day you deliver the same words, your mind starts to believe them. It starts to look for signs of them in the world. It begins to see opportunities that used to go unnoticed. And the most curious thing? The mind doesn't care what kind of success or wealth it is. It simply reacts to what you accept as truth. If you believe you deserve all of it, your mind begins to work to make it real. And when you say success, it's not just about fame or awards either. Success can mean feeling fulfilled. It can mean waking up happy. It can mean knowing you're on the right path. It's different for everyone, and that's okay. Now, just knowing these words isn't enough. There's a right way to use them, and it's right before you go to sleep. You know why? Because when you're just about to fall asleep, your conscious mind starts to quiet down. And the deepest part of your mind, the subconscious, becomes more open. It's like you're delivering a direct message into yourself. And then, if every day you deliver the same words, your mind starts to believe them. It starts to look for signs of them in the world. It begins to see opportunities that used to go unnoticed. And the most curious thing, the mind doesn't care what kind of success or wealth it is. It simply reacts to what you accept as truth. If you believe you deserve all of it, your mind begins to work to make it real. But there's something very important. Remember the frequency test I told you about? It's extremely important for one simple reason. If you're on the wrong frequency and try to manifest wealth and success, you'll attract the opposite of that, because the frequency we're on completely changes the way we attract things. So take advantage of the fact that the frequency test is completely free, and take it before continuing with this technique I'm teaching you, to make sure you'll truly attract what you desire. When you understand the power that exists within your mind, you start to see everything through different eyes. This ritual we're talking about here on the Manifestation Code works because it takes advantage of a very special moment, that time when your mind is almost shutting down to sleep. That's when the conscious part, the one that judges, doubts, questions, goes quiet, and the subconscious becomes more alert, more open. So when you say wealth and success at that moment, it's like you're planting those ideas deep within yourself. You're telling yourself in a silent and powerful way, this is what I want to live. And you know what happens over time? Your mind starts to act as if that were already true. You begin to think differently, notice opportunities you didn't see before, feel that it's possible. Even if it still seems distant in real life, your inner self is already beginning to accept it as reality. And if you believe this is possible and you're going to join the more than 100 people who have already changed their lives with this technique, start showing your subconscious right now that you are capable of changing it, and type in the comments, "Today my inner transformation begins," to imprint on your conscious and unconscious mind that you are now in control and you will guide your life toward prosperity. And when the subconscious accepts an idea, it does everything it can to turn that into something visible. It changes the way you act, decide, and react. Everything starts to revolve around those new words you've repeated so many times. It's as if you connected with something much greater, an intelligence behind it all. Some call it the universe, others creative consciousness. But the name doesn't really matter. What matters is that this force exists and it responds to what you truly believe. When your mind aligns with these ideas of prosperity, things start to happen. You feel the urge to take action. New ideas arise, strange coincidences occur, and suddenly doors that once seemed locked begin to open. You attract people, conversations, advice, even groups that help you stay on this path. And it's not magic, it's the result of being on the same frequency as what you want. But this is just the beginning. Repeating those words every night is like planting seeds. Now, they need fertile soil, and that soil is your mind, your thoughts, and what you do every day. And that's why it's so important to align your frequency in order to use this technique. After all, the frequency your mind is on is the soil where you'll be planting the seeds. So once again, I'm reminding you to click the link in the description of this video for the free frequency test and look. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, opportunity only knocks once. But this is the third time I'm reminding you here in this video to take this free test, so don't say I didn't warn you. So, as I was telling you, every time you say these words, you're reaffirming a commitment to yourself. You're saying, I choose to live with abundance. I choose to create this reality. And over time, that choice starts to show up in the details, in a project that works out, in a conversation that changes your perspective, in a bolder decision you make. You stop waiting for things to change and start building the change. And that's the real power of what we're talking about here. It's not just about words, but about what they awaken in you. Now just imagine you lying down, calm, getting ready to sleep, and softly saying, wealth, success. Those two words seem simple, but they have the power to open paths. It's not like turning one single key and everything changes. It's more like holding a bunch of keys, each one being a part of you, what you believe, what you feel, what you do every day. And when those parts align, when you truly believe you deserve more, when you start to act differently, when you feel that it's possible, that's when the changes begin. Maybe you're already feeling it. Maybe these words are already touching something inside you. If that's the case, just acknowledge it. Because sometimes the first step of transformation is simply realizing that it has already begun. And every time you repeat those words, remember, you're not just wishing for something. You're creating a new version of your life. And that version has room for more peace, more ideas, more achievements, more of you. Well, thank you for watching until here. You've sent a signal to the universe, to the Creator, to God, that you are attracting all prosperity, love, health, peace, and happiness into your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep your frequencies and vibrations high with our weekly videos. Leave your comment with your declaration to the universe. And remember, if you want to attract even more videos like this to you and more blessings into your life, leave your like on this video. This is very important for YouTube to keep delivering our videos to you so you can continue attracting more and more of your dreams into your life. So go ahead and leave your like on this video now. Just don't leave your like if you don't want to attract anything else into your reality. Now that you understand the true power of manifestation in the universe, there's one crucial detail that could be sabotaging everything without you even realizing it. What you think before you sleep shapes your reality, and if your mind is still wired for scarcity, no matter how hard you try, you'll stay stuck in the same life forever. Have you ever woken up and felt like nothing has changed? Worse, what if, without knowing, you're reinforcing the wrong beliefs and pushing away everything you desire? The next video reveals exactly how to reverse this process before it's too late. The miraculous secret to get rich and reprogram your mind while you sleep. Slept broke, woke up rich? Listen to this and watch your life change in just 7 days. If you skip this video now, you could be condemning yourself to years of struggle and frustration. But if you watch until the end, you'll learn how to turn everything around while you sleep. You've already opened this door, don't you dare close it. Click now and discover what happens when you reprogram your mind for wealth.